When I was younger, I couldn't say synonyms. There's words that mean the same thing. I used to say synonyms. It's still tough, still a struggle to this day. Tough and struggle. Synonyms. The start to my weekend was Friday, as it is for most, and I was at one of my favorite delicatessens around the corner from my house because it's one of the only places where you can get a halfway decent bacon, egg, and cheese here on the West Coast. I don't mean to be East Coast guy all the time, but the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich is apparently an art that is really only available the further east that you go, or I just haven't found great spots yet. I found one that will do them for just under $50,000 and one that is halfway decent that's around the corner. Probably my fault somehow. Either way, there was an old lady who is apparently a regular at the deli, and she was talking to the delicatessen or sandwich artist. The delicatessen goes, all right, see you next Friday. And then he said an old person name like Maybelline or something, Mabel, and waved goodbye. And she said, I have it written down. Hold on one sec. She goes, you never know. At my age, you don't know if you're going to get up in the morning, which is true, but also very depressing and a perfect example of why it's okay to just say, okay, sometimes, see you next Friday. All right. And then you leave. That's okay. It's true, and it's that lady's reality, and I get that. And I'm going to be there someday, and God willing, we'll all be there someday. But also, incredibly depressing. I just wanted a bacon, egg, and cheese, and now I got to think about my whole morality, which is selfish for me, but also selfish for her, because there were other people in that deli too, right? And there are other people who work there who are very familiar with her, who are giving her the old wave, and who appear to like her very much. And now, let's say she has plans next Friday, right? Or at the very least, she gets up and maybe she doesn't feel like a breakfast sandwich that day. Now, everyone in that building thinks she's dead. We're going to try to learn something today. Siri, why is winking sexy?
Here's what I found on the web for why is winking sexy.
Okie dokie. An article from 2016. Let's take a trip back in time. In an article like this that has 4 paragraphs, we're just going to skip to paragraph 3. Eyes are the medium through which you appreciate the physicality of an object of your sexual attraction. Respond with both voluntary and involuntary ways when someone is trying to turn you on. And that's from Broadly. It's a Vice article. Voluntary and involuntary way. Like, for example, I found that hard to understand for a second. So my eyes went like this, right? They did the Fry. You ever see that gif of Fry from Futurama? So that's sexy when somebody goes like this. Rapid eye blink or eyelash flutter means you've raised the blinker's level of psychological arousal. The faster the blinking may reflect sexual excitement. Man, that dress is so pretty. That combined with the light almost gave me an epileptic time. Winking is a way of softening what could be considered threatening continued eye contact. Dude, ain't that the truth? I've been looking at people in the eye since I was told to. Since I was told that was the polite thing to do, is to hold eye contact and have a conversation. And you would be surprised, or maybe you're not because it happens to you, how many people are weirdly threatened by prolonged eye contact. And it's you got soft eyes, not like, hey, what did you do today? Me too. That's crazy. We both have similar interests. Not like that. Like, hey, how's it going? I really care about what you're saying and I'm listening, so I'm looking at you right in your soul windows. Joe Navarro, who is a body language expert and former FBI agent, as you do. What a great place to use those skills. Winking, he says, is the quickest and easiest, excuse me, I'll have you excuse me for a second. Winking, he says, is the quickest and easiest way to communicate non-verbally across a room. Even in a crowded, loud room, the message gets through. Suppose that's right. Why would I have any idea? Just a comedian holding a microphone that says his own name in his own house. So I'm going to take Vice's word for it. But don't take Vice's word for it. Meh. Reading Rainbow. But that still doesn't get to the sexy part. All that says is, hey, I'm not going to kill you. What a perfect thing for a killer to do. False sense of security. Hey, I'm not going to kill you. Now I'm aroused by the idea of killing you. I don't like that. Let's go to the next one. I think the whole point is that it's lighthearted and on purpose and flirtatious because it's non-threatening and it's soft and it makes you feel comfortable. The slower you go, the worse it is. This show should just be called Listen to Mike Go to Breakfast. I went to breakfast with Zoya. We went to this place called Marie Callender's because it was open. Everyone in Marie Callender's is 365 years old. And that's fine. Old people have to eat breakfast, but it's everyone. It's everyone. It's like a bridge club that also happens to have eggs. Everyone's very nice, right? Held the door open for an old lady and she was so surprised that two young people did that. And she was like, whoa, age before beauty? And she was talking to Zoya, obviously. They must have some crazy senior discount or AARP thing going on, which is, let's remember that for the future, near future. And what's also fun about that, but apparently their chicken pot pie is dope, but I've never had it. I only have eggs. I go somewhere, no matter where, I could be at fucking Pizzeria Uno. I'll take 2 scrambled eggs and some well-done bacon, please. Another interesting thing about that place is it has a gift shop. And in that gift shop, they do the thing where they have, you know, the little kiosk of license plates or keychains. Key change? What is this? The end of Mr. Biggs to Be With You? The 6 people who got that really enjoyed it, I assume. They have keychains with people's names on them. And something I've learned recently from Facebook is that all my friends from home are having kids, beautiful kids, but they all name them like not traditional names at all. Our 2 friends just had a baby named Independence. A woman that Zoya works with named her baby Indigo, and they call her Indy as well. Both of those nicknames are Indy, which is interesting and not on purpose, but kind of worked out nicely. And I'm just realizing that all these people, Sky, all these people are never going to have a personalized keychain. I can't remember are there any more Gregs? When was the last time you met a Greg? Think about it. In 2008, are there any new Gregs? I haven't met a Lauren in 10 years. And then I just think about all that wasted plastic and the polar ice caps. You know the credit card swiper thing? You put your chip in and then you put your PIN number in. Those things have a screen, and someone at some point in the recent past realized that you can get so much information out of those things, and they decided to program no less than 68 questions. Let's have a little questionnaire. Hey, little payout kiosks. Too many questions. Too many questions. You're a stranger. I wouldn't let any stranger ask me as many questions as that little credit card kiosk asked you now. Do you want a credit card? No. Do you want to donate $1 to charity? Sometimes. All of this payment on the same card? Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not going Dutch with myself. It's always too much. Am I filling out a fucking eHarmony profile, or am I buying a blender? Let me buy the blender, please. Detective, thank you so much for joining us today. I'll run down a quick list of shows that I have going on, which I can't even look up because my website's down at the moment because I'm not going to get into it, but so confusing. Lots of shows around the LA area this month and next. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram where I talk about all that stuff all the time. And also coming to Toronto, Canada at the end. I got to buy plane tickets. At the end of September, early October, doing a bunch of shows in Toronto and Eastern Toronto and the Niagara Falls area. And it's going to be awesome. And you got to come. I've noticed I got some spit bubbles in between my front two teeth sometimes. If you look real close, this is 4K, so you could probably see them. Something to look forward to. Shifting teeth because I didn't wear my retainer. Slowest FU you could possibly say to your parents. I'm so sorry, Mom and Dad and Dr. Feinberg.